big game for us, playing the reigning premiers at their home deck. So they're in good form. So hopefully we can get a win.
Does your ground suit that specifically, do you think?
Yeah, he's a real contested player, and he likes the ball in tight. Playing him at training sometimes, and he just loves the ball in real tight and nice and hard. So yeah, I think that's why the ground suits him. Yeah.
And to come up against the reigning premier, it's a test that you're looking forward to. That sort of test to really know where you're going.
That's why we play footy, isn't it? To play against the best, and they're the best going on last year. So yeah, it's a really good test for us. We haven't won at the ground for a few years either. So yeah, it'd be good to get a win.
How different's the mindset this week to this time last week? Not just beating Collingwood, but also the manner with which you did it.
Yeah, well, obviously we probably I've played in Fremantle teams in the past where our 4 best players probably on paper are Sandlands, Pavlich, Hill and Fife, and we didn't have them. Played in a lot of teams in the past that wouldn't have got away with winning that. So I think it's a testament to where we've come. It's not so much more about the personnel, more about the structure, and the guy will come in and play his role. So yeah, I think it was a big step forward for us. Yeah.
Is there a fair bit of Sydney in Fremantle these days, do you reckon?
Yeah, I think we both play a contested style of game, and the ground's going to be conducive to that. So there might be a few stoppages on the weekend, but yeah, if you like that sort of football, it'll be a good game to watch. Yeah.
Have you seen it?
Sorry, has Brett Kurt given you a little bit of intelligence going into this game?
Yeah, obviously, it was a few years ago Brett was here. He's got a pretty good footy brain, like every week. So yeah, he's always got his input, and yeah, he's had a little talk to us. But yeah, it's been a few years since Brett was at the club. Yeah.
Do you see a bit of Freo? How do you see a bit of yourselves in the way Freo are playing this year?
Yeah, definitely. I think the way they're playing, especially the contested ball and blokes like Fife coming back, another contested inside player who's a gun, so we're going to have to shut him down, and it's going to be a big midfield battle, I guess. So a lot of big bodies in there and a lot of strong contests.
Expecting a lot of stoppages. Will be primarily started again, try and set yourselves up and win it that way, like both teams playing that sort of style?
Yeah, I think so. So yeah, last week the boys were filthy, I guess, with missed tackles and things like that. So the boys want to be right on top of that, and that'll cause a stoppage, and I'm sure there'll be a fair few on the weekend.
Do you see yourselves having an advantage in the ruck? Obviously, they haven't got Sandlands, they haven't got Griffin, so they're 2 best big men.
I guess hopefully our ruckmen have had a little bit more experience, but you can't say that. I mean, there's an AFL player coming in, so that's the thing. We rate every player who comes in and respect every player who comes in. So Mummy and Pikey are our 2 best ruckmen. We're going to have a big contest all day and hopefully give us the advantage.
There's a lot of talk in different footy codes about the loss that teams need to have sometimes if they're on a good run and then they sort of crash back to work. Do you sort of feel like after last weekend it's a reset time and you're sort of back on focus a little bit?
Yeah, I think the boys were pretty filthy with last week. Hopefully we don't have to have another one of them for the season, so hopefully that'll do and give us enough motivation for the rest of the season. So I think after that we went through some vision and saw some stuff that wasn't really, I guess, Swan-like. So the way we played just was totally opposite from last week. So
how much focus was on the start? Because that start wasn't Swan-like, was it?
Yeah, I know our starts. Look, we have to improve from last week, and we know Freo are a really good starting team. So I think they were 7 or so goals up in the first quarters, which is a big thing for us to focus on, is to minimise their scores in the first quarter and just go back to basic footy.
Who gets Michael Walters?
Not too sure at the moment, so I think maybe Nick Smith or someone like that. So he's always got the small forwards, and hopefully can shut him down because he's on fire at the moment.
Has he become a bigger priority than even Hayden Ballantyne?
Look, I think we have a look at them all, and we know they're all really dangerous forwards, and whoever gets them, hopefully they can do the job, because you don't want those 2 to get off the chain because they can change a game in a quarter or 2.
All right, you, Crowley, who do you reckon you'll end up with for the day? Can you give us an insight at the moment?
I probably can't give you an insight. I'm glad I'm not playing on Sunday, though, to be honest. He's just giving a few blokes headaches at the moment. But yeah, they've got a lot of guys that run through the midfield, and I can guarantee it'll be someone. But yeah, I actually didn't play on anyone last year, which was good fun. But I don't think Ross will be going that way again.
What role did you have last year then?
I don't know. They didn't really think I had a real hard and fast set match-up in midfield. So yeah, I just sort of played as a midfielder, which I don't get to do too often anymore. I feel back in my under-18 days. But yeah, I'm sure I'll get someone on the weekend.
The role Brett played since he's
Yeah, well, Brett's been great for me. I mean, when you're talking taggers and blokes who run with roles, Brett's probably the best of the lot over the last decade, 15 years. He was amazing. So he's been great for me. Got a lot of insight. He looks at the game a lot different than I do. So just to have those two different views, and we go into each game with a plan, and he's been fantastic for me personally. So. He's just we both just look at the game really differently. He's been trying to help me get a bit more ball, which has been good, because there's been in the past been a sort of thought that I was sort of more defensive than maybe Brett was. He used to be able to get a bit of his own ball, so yeah, he's been trying to help me do that. So.
Envisage it being a fairly low-scoring match tomorrow night. You both stop the opposition from getting inside 50 a hell of a lot. Will it be inside 50 enough for either of you two teams to be scoring a big score?
Yeah, I hope that our forwards can step up a bit and kick a few goals. But obviously I think the last few times we played here has probably been pretty low score and a pretty contested, just hard fought out match. It might be a little bit ugly at the start, but hopefully it opens up and get a few goals and Jetty can go for a run or something like that. So yeah, hopefully the game opens up a bit.
You just look strangely then, right? You got Jets, have you?
Oh yeah, no. Well, I certainly hope not. He's got a few too many wheels for me, I think. But mate, if the game's 4 points to 3 and we win, I don't really care. So we'll just have to wait and see.
Good watch.
yeah. Oh well, it's been publicised by both teams. Obviously, play a pretty contested brand. So yeah, I reckon it'll be a good game to watch. That's the sort of footy I like watching anyway. So yeah.